Mushoku Tensei, an anime that has been recommended by a lot of people in the Isekai genre. People were asking me to recommend some animes more like Mushoku Tensei, but I have not even watched it. How can I recommend them any other animes like this? So I thought, why not watch it before I can give any opinion on it. It's an Isekai about a 34-year-old unemployed man from Japan who dies and reborns in a fantasy world filled with magic and swords. He was a nameless NEET. So NEET is basically the people who shut themselves in and they give up on living the normal life. They don't go outside. He remembers his past and starts practicing magic. Gets exceptionally good at magic despite being of very young age. The first half of the season consists of his growth. Then a very dreadful event happens where the whole city got teleported. The people, they got scattered around the whole world, and one of them was our main protagonist, Rudius. He ended up in a demon continent far from home, and he meets with a new mysterious man called Ruijerd. They form a party, dead end, and travel together with the goal in the mind that they need to get back home. And when they reach back home, they discover a heartbreaking truth. Much of his hometown was destroyed. Many people are missing, including his mother. And then Aris leaves Rudius and goes on a journey to get better. But Rudius takes it in a negative way. He gets into depression and sets out alone. Got heartbroken because she leaves without any explanation. Then the season 2 comes in, part 1. There's 2 parts, I think. Third season is yet to come. So in part 1 of season 2, a lot of shit happens. He doesn't get better. His mental health is shit at this point. The first half of the season is all about how mentally weak he is right now and how he's trying to overcome it but does not make any progress. So in the second half, he enrolls himself into the Magic University where he meets new friends and another person who also got teleported from Japan to this world. He also meets Fitz, but in truth, that is his childhood friend. When Rudius finds it out, they get together. Rudius marries Selfie, and which makes it a turning point for Rudy's life. Rudy begins working at the university while searching for his missing family. And while all this is happening, a human god who is manipulating everything behind the scenes. He's basically giving the advice to Rudy all the time, what to do, giving all sorts of advice for him to move forward. And in the last point of the season, they finally found Rudy's mother, but while doing so, they had to fight a Hydra. Rudy's father dies while saving Rudy, and that made him get into depression even further. Trauma for him. Somehow they managed to go back with his mother, and turns out all of this that they were doing, they finally found his mother, but she can't remember anything. That was, what do we say? There was no point of doing it then. And then they return back, and that is where the season ends. But let's see how the season 3 comes into the play. So far, the story has been pretty crazy. All sorts of things are happening, from a normal isekai world to becoming very dramatic, thriller. I mean, there are so many aspects in this anime that I don't think any other anime in this genre comes even closer to this anime. I mean, there are some, but I don't think to this level any other anime will be any closer to this anime. So many things are happening in this anime that it's just different than any other anime. The story mostly revolves around Rudy, how he matures, he gets the trauma, and how he uses his second chance, a former NEET who was a shut-in, how he is living the best of his life once he got the second chance. Every major arc focuses on his emotional growth rather than just focusing on the magic and the fight, which I think is pretty good, because normally in isekai world that's what mostly focus is, but in this one it was emotional aspect, the trauma and all the other stuff was more into the play, which I think made it pretty likable for a lot of people. There is really a lot to unpack in this anime, but we don't have the time to do that in this video. That would still not be enough if I keep talking about it. The point where he dies when he was fighting that dragon god, the way he instantly died, that was crazy. The cliffhanger was insane. That was a pretty shocking point of the story. No one would have guessed that he's gonna die at this point. And with Ruijerd on his side, that was even more unlikely. But still, that scene was pretty good. They really kept up the pace. It did not felt like it was repetitive or boring or slow at any point. The story was well presented. The moment you feel like everything is going smooth and now it's gonna get slow in the anime, kaboom, something is about to happen. Just when you feel like everything is going smooth and slow now, peaceful, that's the right word. When you think it's gonna be peaceful now, boom, something's about to happen. You get teleported to the continent, you die, you get called upon to go fight with your father to find your mother. I mean, so much is happening. Boom, Aris leaves you. I mean, still, that scene, damn boy. I mean, sure, if you look in Aris's perspective, you can understand what she meant, but she did not clarify what she was saying. So I think that was wrong in Rudy's eyes. Let's see what happens in the future. Season 3 is there. I can understand why people say this is the best anime in the genre. Surely, it can be the best anime in the genre, but for me to know that, I have to watch every other anime in this genre. So far, the anime I have seen in this genre, this is the best among them, for sure. But if you are trying out this genre with this anime as your first anime, you wouldn't probably be interested in this genre much after you watch this anime, because this is gonna set your expectation for the whole genre. Then you will feel like all the other animes are boring. Who knows? Maybe you're gonna like it, maybe you're not gonna like it, I don't know. But overall, if I'm gonna give my rating, it's gonna be a solid 9 out of 10. Pretty good. If you like the genre, you should watch this anime. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss any future videos. And that is it for this video. I'll take my leave.
Activate.